I need to put my headphones back in, or is this good?
No, this sounds good.
I'm gonna turn around at 66 and come back.
All right, we are going live here. Thanks so much for joining us. It's 10:30 on this Wednesday or Tuesday morning. Trying to jump ahead to Wednesday, get out of this mess, but it's Tuesday morning, 10:30. Thanks for hopping in here. I'm along with Mike Scantlin, our lead chaser here with MCWX. First and foremost, thank you for hitting the like or love button on these live videos. We appreciate that greatly, and want to thank our sponsors, Half Moon Plumbing, HCS Roofing, the Generator SuperCenter, and Empire Fence. All wonderful local companies, and if I ever have any issues, I'm calling all of them. I can tell you that much. All right, we got issues out there this morning. Mike, give us an update on your location and what you're seeing.
You know, I'm going to do a little plug here first for the MCWX app. Look at that. So, I got that pop-up on my phone 38 minutes ago.
Yeah.
And about 10 minutes later, it started sleeting like crazy. So, I love the app. I know I'm a part of your coverage, so I'm a little biased, but
Just a wee bit.
when you're not tuned into the weather like we are, it's nice to get those notifications. Lightning is approaching your area in the next 10 minutes. Freezing rain's approaching in the next 10 minutes. It's awesome. And I love it. Go download it. This is 66th Street North here, Mike, off of 75. You can see this was just freezing, drizzly glaze about 30 minutes ago, and now it is completely covered over with sleet. So that sleet accumulation came down quick, and it came down hard and thick. You can treat the roads for ice and snow, but when you have sleet coming down and those convective bands so heavily, it doesn't really matter what you treat the road with. The sleet is going to take it over, and it has. And this is what's moving through Tulsa right now. So I moved north about 20 minutes to see what was headed towards Tulsa, and this is what's about to come through Tulsa. The leading edge is moving through downtown right now. So that heavy sleet is going to take over, and we're going to have some big problems down that bike. Now, the sleet's a little easier to drive on, but it's harder to treat. And whenever you try to make a move, it's still just as slick as the ice, and you still have the ice under it. So it's better than freezing drizzle, but it's still not good, Mike.
Yeah, and it's, Mike, watching radar with this particular system, because no systems are similar. This one's really unique because we have this snow band, sleet band, basically from Tahlequah to northern Tulsa County, and then extends up in Osage County, kind of bends back around towards Enid, and that's where we're seeing the predominant area of moderate precip, and that's why our data has now indicated that the heavier amounts are generally going to be in this vicinity, where this band is set up early enough for those accumulation totals to increase. So what's happening, if you're watching, is that a box, by the way?
Yeah, there's a box blowing across the road here from the Fiesta Mart here, but I mean, it's windy. We got some strong north winds, a little bit of debris here.
So, looking at snowfall totals, where we're seeing the accumulation right now is where we're going to see the heavier amounts end up, because you're going to start to see, like you see on those roadways, the accumulation already taking place. And it looks like, watching your video, Mike, that's more snow than sleet right now.
I mean, it's windy. We got some strong
Just over the last few minutes, it's changed over to more snow than sleet. But what you're seeing on the road, the accumulation is sleet, but what's falling now is snow. So we're in that weird mix-over phase. Oh, wow, it is really snowing like crazy. That just happened. So what's on the road is sleet accumulation from that heavy, the leading edge of the band, but now we are switched over to snow. And I don't know how well the camera sees that with the focus, but we've got more snow than sleet at this point. Still a little bit of sleet mixed in, as you can see on the hood of the truck. A little bit of pellets bouncing around, but there's enough precip accumulated on the road that they're plowing it now. So the snow plows are out. They've been treating the roads all morning. They did pretty good with what we had with the freezing drizzle. Still some trouble spots, and there are still some issues, but now we're getting to the point where they're going to be plowing instead of treating. And this heavier band is just moving in, so I've been saying it's downhill from here for about 3 hours. But
well, here's the problem, Mike, and looking at it real time, is these individual bands are moving southwest to northeast. So this line of lighter, very light precip is right in the metro, and most of it's lifting to the northeast away from the metro while trying to redevelop to the southwest. Eventually, we're going to see this piece here move to the southeast with time, and we'll start to see more snow. Now, what we need here and what we might start to see is you can see some heavier precip here. As this lifts to the north, we're going to start to see this fill in and more snow occur, but that's going to take a little bit. That's probably another hour away. So I still think by lunchtime, 1 o'clock, we're seeing more snow in the metro. So it has been a little delayed. We've had some freezing precip, but the snow has been delayed. I think by noon to 2 o'clock, through about 4 to 6 o'clock is when we're going to see snow all across the metro region. I'm still expecting generally a couple of inches of snowfall. Let me go into that specifically. And this is the latest HRRR. And you remember last night HRRR was just gung-ho with snow.
It was.
And now it is not as gung-ho. It's still showing about 3 inches, and this is a 10-to-1 ratio when we're typically going to see about a 15-to-1 ratio. So this would be a little higher. It still has over 3 inches in Tulsa, but look as you head south towards Okmulgee, 2 inches. Head towards Oklahoma City, and they're about a ½ inch of snow. But then you head northeast, and we're up to 7 inches. And, generally in the Bartlesville area, 5 to 7 inches as well. So the way it appears right now, and this is what I was talking about earlier, the heavier snow band is setting up in this general vicinity, and this is where we're going to see about 5 to 10 inches of snow in this area. Here in Tulsa, we're generally about 3 to 4, maybe 5 inches. Down in Bixby and Broken Arrow, you're about 1 to 3. So definitely not the foot of snow that it was had right over Tulsa. It's funny to watch that little axis shift a little further north, Mike. And when you get in those little type convective snow bands, it's tough to say where that ultimately will lie.
Absolutely, and it's also those models have trouble predicting where we have that little warm air inversion wedge in and make the first few hours of this drizzle instead of snow. So
exactly.
A lot of variables. The models, it's a miracle that we have models as good as they are. But winter precip is a whole different bear.
And it's also
it seems like the folks that are out are moving along okay. That snow is going to add a little more traction than the freezing drizzle that we saw earlier. I think out south, talking to some friends around here, out south the ice was a little worse. From the creek to 131st. Matter of fact, I think 111th to 121st in Sheridan was closed for a while just because the streets were impassable until they could get those salt and sand crews out there. So, different areas are a lot worse than others, but that's a pretty snow. Remind me again, what's your location?
I am at 66th and 75.
Okay, so you're just north of downtown, about 5-6 miles north of downtown, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's go back to radar and let that load in here. So you can see these heavier bands of snow. I know it looks like rain or green. You think that as rain, but I'm just kind of the high definition here. And you can see those different pockets of heavier snow. Meanwhile, we're just kind of dealing with still freezing drizzle across the metro region. We need heavier precip to start coming down before Tulsa actually sees snowfall. Let me switch over to the winter weather radar. Just 1 second here. And we're starting to see that increase to our southwest a little bit, Mike. Some pockets of maybe some snow trying to develop and move into the Tulsa area and get that transition to take place. But by and far, the heaviest amounts are from 412 to the south. Let me draw on here real quick so you're watching. Generally in this vicinity right now is where we're seeing the heaviest of the snowfall. And this is where the heaviest of the totals are going to end up being. Bixby and Broken Arrow, it's going to take a little more time, but we'll watch these little impulses come up and see if they can actually start to fill in the snow hole that's across parts of southern Tulsa County. All right, Mike, keep us updated. We'll be back in here with you another hour with another update, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, I appreciate you. Have a good one.
Yes, sir. You too. Bye.
All right, stay safe, everyone. We'll be back here another hour with another weather update. All right, have a good one. Stay warm. Again, I'll quickly update you. Again, the heaviest snowfall totals are going to occur where we're starting to see the snow change over much earlier. The freezing drizzle, a little more than we anticipated, so that is delaying the snowfall here in the metro region. So this is the way it looks right now. Snow showers in Tulsa. I still expect the heavier amounts of about 5 to 9 inches right now in northeast Oklahoma, with Tulsa ending up about 3 to 4 inches of snowfall in the metro. Down in Bixby and Broken Arrow, about 1 to 3 inches of snowfall, an inch down in the Omulgee area, the way it appears right now. This is continuously live update. There's Mike. You see him on the stream updating his or scraping off his windshield. Appreciate Mike for all his hard work as well. We'll be back here.